Witajcie kochani, witam Was z szerokim uśmiechem, witam Was serdecznie, program Good News, dobre wiadomości, pozytywne informacje i niesamowicie inspirujące fakty. Moi drodzy, ponieważ biliście 50 łapek w górę pod poprzednim filmikiem Jestem Bogiem, jeżeli jeszcze go nie widziałeś i nie widziałaś, to koniecznie obejrzyj, bo jest to film, który daje Ci mocno do myślenia, pokazuje kim Ty jesteś naprawdę. Więc wrzucamy dzisiaj dla Ciebie kolejny odcinek zgodnie z obietnicą. 2 dni Wam zajęło wbicie tych 50 łapek w górę, dlatego co drugi dzień publikujemy nowy odcinek. Ale jeśli chcecie, aby odcinki były publikowane codziennie, to moi drodzy, zależy to od Was. Jeśli jesteś nowym widzem i jeszcze nie subskrybujesz naszego kanału, to koniecznie kliknij ten czerwony przycisk, który znajduje się tam pod filmem. Kliknij na dzwoneczek, żeby być na bieżąco i otrzymywać powiadomienia o najnowszych filmach. I oczywiście zrób to teraz, nie czekaj, bo później zapomnisz. Dzisiaj w dobrych wiadomościach mam dla Was niesamowitą inspirację. Robert Gryn, nazwany przez magazyn Forbes najmłodszym polskim milionerem z majątkiem ponad 700 milionów złotych. Jest to niemała kwota i ten człowiek inspiruje innych ludzi. Robercie, może oglądasz ten film, chciałbym Ci z całego serca podziękować za inspirację, za dodawanie wiary i pokazywanie, że można. Chciałbym podziękować również w imieniu widzów, którzy obejrzą to, co przygotowałem i mam nadzieję, zrozumieją, że mogą coś zmienić w swoim życiu na lepsze. Moi drodzy, to co Wam publikuję, to jest materiał z kanału Roberta Gryna. Jeśli jeszcze nie subskrybujecie tego kanału, nie znacie Roberta, czy nie oglądaliście jego filmików, a spodoba Wam się forma, w jakiej on Wam przekazuje tę inspirację, takie pozytywne nastawienie i trzeźwe myślenie, realne patrzenie, to koniecznie kliknijcie pod tym filmem, jest link do kanału Roberta, tam możecie go subskrybować. Robert ostatnio wrócił na YouTube'a, zaczął więcej nagrywać i szykuje totalną rewolucję, żeby inspirować innych ludzi. I co jest bardzo ważne, Robert robi to za darmo, nie zarabia nic na tym. Także szacunek dla Ciebie, Robercie, jest to naprawdę bardzo fajna inspiracja i wrzucamy tą wiadomość właśnie dlatego, że mogą się zdarzyć osoby, które o Robercie jeszcze nie słyszały. Ja się nie będę więcej rozgadywał, ponieważ Robert ma bardzo wiele ciekawych rzeczy do powiedzenia, więc po prostu go posłuchajcie. Zapraszam do oglądania.
I used to look at cars and I'd see a price tag, I'd think, damn, I'll never be able to afford that. But I'd be fixated on the car itself, an object. You know, now I see a supercar and I just think of, I imagine the experience, you know, the emotions that it gives you. I love biking, but I drive it because it just excites me. Positive emotions and just, never gets old. And you'll hear in a second why. Fridays are exciting because we have a company breakfast buffet with the best bacon I've ever had in my life. Also, at 4 p.m. we play Counter-Strike, which you'll see, I'll show you later. I won't tell too much about that because we play on our own office map, which is amazing. You know, all my life I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know what that meant. And it took me a long time to really figure it out and actually finally grow the balls to take the first risk and try. I worked at 2 corporations, one for a month, and the other one you probably know, it's Orange, the carrier, the mobile carrier. I got an internship there when I was 19 years old, and I went there, and second day on my lunch break, I went out for lunch, and I'm like, fuck this. This is not the way I want to spend my life, and I just left. I was in the office, nobody even knew I was there. I don't think I even had a number. I was just a nobody. That was a very important realization in my life because I never worked, you know, at a corporation again after that. You know, most people don't like their jobs, and I don't understand how you can live your life like that because you spend such a big portion of your life at work. To not be excited to go a place where you spend a third of your life or more even, it's just a concept I cannot grasp. I like what Gary Vee says, like, he says if you're living for vacations and waiting for Fridays, just living for Fridays, waiting for Monday to Friday to pass so you can have your Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday, you're doing something wrong with your life. You're wasting your life. You're forgetting that you could change your situation at any point. That's the best part, is it's all up to you to change it. So just remember that, like just waiting for holidays and Fridays, time for change, as basic as that. Because Mondays should be exciting, you know, work should be a place where you develop yourself, you learn, you're surrounded with other smart people, and it should be a challenging and kind of an environment where which you develop in, and not some sort of slavery, mindless grinding, monkey work type of thing. You deserve better. Dobre. So we're pulling up to our new office now. Here on the right, you see this palace? Open your window. That's where our fourth office was. It was actually owned by the family. This whole area was a brewery, one of the biggest breweries in Poland, and the family that owned the brewery lived in this palace. Built in the 1600s, I believe, or 1700s. So now we moved into a new office building, which they just built, where we have 3 floors. Under us, there's Uber. That's where the customer excellence, their support office is. Not a bad neighbor to have. So yeah, beautiful. It took us 2 years to build this, and this is now my home. I love it here. Let's go to my office now. Welcome! Wait a sec, what is it? Oh, here it is. A little bit of privacy. Look! That's so-called smart glass. You know the story behind this office? I was actually originally going to sit out in the open space with everybody, because that's what I've always done. But I realized that sometimes I just need to have my own space to kind of separate myself from the day-to-day stuff, or minuscule tasks. This is probably what you're looking at right now. This is a saltwater aquarium. You know, as an avid scuba diver and free diver, it just kind of takes me back to, you know, the tropics. It's a tropical saltwater aquarium. It took a lot of work to get this built. We had to reinforce the floors because this is over 1 ton of water. So when I get in the office, first thing I do, remember how I said I don't check emails in the morning? Well, the first time I check emails is in the office, and I do it once, and I don't get many emails. I've set up filters and I've unsubscribed from everything that just, you know, unnecessary. Again, I don't want to put myself in this reactive state of mind where I'm just replying to Skype. I'm gonna close Skype right now. I usually don't use Skype. I just want to have a clear mind, you know, think about, you know, the bigger picture. And these little things, you get bombarded with messages here and there. It just kind of like clutters your mind and distracts you. So I get rid of all that as much as I can. And if you look here, you see I'm standing right now. The reason is, when I started my business, I was sitting for like 16 hours a day sometimes, like 18 hours sometimes, just grinding just at my computer. I had back pain, I was taking a prescription medication that my doctor gave me, like a muscle relaxant, just so I could sit more. And I've permanently actually damaged my spine. I have a slip disc that I have physiotherapy. I have it at 12 in our office gym. I, as an employer, feel I am responsible for the well-being of everybody that works with me. So everybody has a standing desk like this. I think it's a great thing. I stand most of the day. I even have this thing. So this thing, kind of like this balancing act. So you're just kind of like swaying around while you're working, and it just uses your muscles. So the problem with like being in one position too long is your muscles lock up and just get very stiff. So this just gives you a little bit of movement, and it just feels good. You can stand longer and burn a few calories, why not? So I recommend standing desks for everybody. Every company should have them. I think it should be a standard. Thanks, sister. See you on Monday. So that was my 12 o'clock training, something I'd never do if I didn't have a personal trainer. You saw some of those exercises. I don't know where she gets them from. They're really intense. One of the greatest things about training with her is every time the exercises don't repeat, so it stimulates your mind, you don't get bored, and it's really quite challenging to coordinate your body, like standing on these things. So I do these trainings because Like I mentioned already, I have permanent back problems from sitting too much. That's the reason we have this whole gym in the first place. I want everybody here to, be healthy and not have any consequences from working at a computer. I encourage everybody to train during working hours. So, to any employers out there, take care of your people, their health is important because, after this training, I was a little bit sleepy at 12 and then now I'm gonna take a shower and I'm probably gonna do better work in the next hour than I would throughout the whole day if I didn't train. Like I said in the beginning, personal trainer, if you're having trouble forcing yourself to go to the gym like I do, everybody does, you can always have an excuse not to train. Get a personal trainer. It's an investment in your health. For me, it's an investment in the business. Like, it's not just to be healthy, it's actually to be more productive. I think the ROI on this gym is incalculable. Healthy living and productivity and success, it all goes hand in hand. There was a 2-year period where I barely trained. I almost destroyed myself. I wasn't sleeping. I didn't have an appetite. I was getting sick a lot. I feel like at that time my mental capacity was like 20% and I almost lost the whole company. I was so burnt out and so physically and mentally unwell that I didn't want to continue running a company that was making millions of dollars. That's one of my business partner, that was the time he left, and I realized I gotta get my shit together and start taking care of my body because otherwise I'll lose it all. So invest in your health and you invest in your business at the same time. That's what Who's winning? Oh, you do use a massage chair. That thing's good, no? I just learned how to ride this yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, at a meeting. All right, let's go. To the kitchen. We actually give it as a perk in the company, so anyone can have these lunches delivered to the office. 60 to 80 lunches get delivered every day. My simple rule is I treat people that work with me the same way I'd want to be treated if I worked for someone. I think because of that, my approach and things I've learned in my life, like eating healthy and training and taking care of yourself, I try to pass that on to everybody here because I think it's really important. I've learned my lessons by not doing it. I've tasted the consequences of not taking care of your physical health, your mental health. So I don't want anyone to experience the same. Obviously some people already eat healthy and they train on their own, but some people actually only started doing so after joining the company. So we're bettering their lives, they're being more productive at work, they feel better. It's just good for everybody, and it'll always be like that. And if I could think of anything else that would be beneficial to me and others, I will do it. That's why we have the environment and the culture that we have here, because of that one simple sort of principle. A lot of owners of businesses forget that their business is nothing but the group of people in a given office or wherever, however they work. So that's why you gotta treat your people as the number one priority, and that's what we do, the people, product, profits. That's our mantra, and it'll never change. So it's just great to see that the organization just flourishing and thriving on its own without me. I don't usually consider myself, as a CEO who needs to know everything. In fact, I've gotten very comfortable with knowing very little, actually. I used to be very hands-on. I'd have to know every little thing, which is important, I think, in the beginning, but I became the bottleneck of the organization at a point where we were going quickly and I was still ordering office supplies because I thought anyone else who would do it would it up somehow. It's stupid, and I had to learn how to delegate, and I become so proficient at it, and my team is so amazing that everything's just growing and moving along with or without me. Sometimes things move along better when I'm away. People joke that when I'm away that there's a positive correlation between financial success and my absence. So it's it hurts a little bit, but at the same time, okay. Yeah. Last week I did my first kind of live public appearance. I agreed to do a presentation followed by a 2-hour Ask Me Anything session at the best school in Poland, actually. It was in Warsaw, and it went really well. First time I did something like that, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was just fun. It was good fun. I think for young entrepreneurs in Poland, I'm the first person to land on a Forbes in Poland list from sort of someone who's built a startup from new technology. It's inspired thousands of people apparently, which is incredible, because when I was starting out, I wasn't sure if it's even possible. You always look to someone who's done something before you to just get that feeling that it is doable. And so to be that person now, it's an incredible honor, and I think it's a responsibility even more because, you know, like I said, inspiration is so undervalued. If I could just inspire 1,000 people, maybe 10 or 100 of them will be the next ones to inspire 100 more, and it just cascades and creates this wonderful waterfall effect. So, damn, let's sign that for him. Marcin, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Like, this is what, you know, it's good to get validation that I'm achieving my goal of inspiring people, because it's hard to know without direct feedback. Hope that I inspired people, but here, seeing it written by you means a lot, and because of things like this, it encourages me to keep doing what I did at SKH. So thank you so much. Really, it's incredible to, you know, realize that, you know, you're an inspiration to other people. It's overwhelming at times. Like I said, I treat it as a responsibility, and I take it very seriously, and it's really the only reason I'm doing a lot of what I do publicly, because I know some people don't like it. They don't understand why I have a public life, but I don't feel I have anything to hide. I like to think that I enjoy the fruits of my labor, and knowing that some people are inspired by it. Yes, this is exactly what I'm hoping for. So it's just amazing. It's amazing and I love it. So thank you very much.
Niesamowity materiał, aż miałem ciarki na ciele, naładowałem się po prostu niesamowitą energią. Robert niesamowicie pozytywny człowiek. Także ogromny szacunek dla Roberta za to, co robi. Takich ludzi w naszym kraju właśnie potrzebujemy. Moi drodzy, jeśli materiał Wam się spodobał, bardzo Was gorąco proszę, daj łapkę w górę, napisz komentarz pod tym filmem oraz jeśli nie subskrybujesz tego kanału, to naciśnij ten czerwony przycisk właśnie tam pod tym filmem i naciśnij dzwoneczek, aby być na bieżąco. Jeśli jeszcze nie nacisnęłaś tego przycisku, to zrób to teraz, aby otrzymywać powiadomienia o najnowszych, dobrych wiadomościach. Na dziś to tyle. Czekam na Waszą reakcję, czy chcecie, aby filmiki były wrzucane codziennie, czy chcecie co 2 dni. To wszystko zależy od tego, w jak szybkim tempie wbijacie nam łapki w górę, które poprawiają zasięg naszych filmów, dzięki czemu nasz kanał może się rozwijać i docieramy z dobrymi wiadomościami do jak największej ilości osób. Dziękuję Ci, że jesteś z nami. Uśmiecham się do Ciebie na koniec bardzo szczerze i szeroko i Ciebie proszę właśnie o to samo. Uśmiechnij się. Niech ta reszta dnia, niech nowy tydzień, który zaczyna się już jutro, będzie dla Ciebie może najlepszym tygodniem w Twoim życiu, ale niech będzie wspaniały, cudowny i niech wszystko co najlepsze Ciebie spotyka. Tego Ci życzę. Trzymaj się, cześć.